got the ball inside. We felt like we had a big advantage inside. We wanted to get it there, and we did. Justin was phenomenal in the first half. 5 threes, 5 out of 6 in the first half. And the thing is that he's had a great year, not just a really good year. He's had a great year, and he put a little bit more pressure, thought he had to try to do more. And I told him all he had to do was be Justin, and I think that's what he was today. And I think he was sensational for us and also had 3 assists, 1 turnover. But our big guys did some things also in the first half. We had, needless to say, a big margin at halftime, and I challenged them to come back out and play the second half, and I thought we did. We had 6 guys in double figures. We had a huge rebound margin, 54-27, and points in the paint, 52-28, and so we feel good about where we are, but it was just a great job by these guys.
Questions for the student athletes? Any questions?
We can let them go?
Any questions for the students? If not, we'll let them go.
That sounds good.
All right, we appreciate y'all.
I like it, but this is unbelievable. We come here and we have an hour-and-a-half meeting with the media yesterday and practice for 40 minutes, and they like getting out of here. It's good.
Questions for Coach
And if you don't have any
Williams?
questions for me, you will not hurt my feelings either. I made a nice opening statement. I've never had that happen in my entire life.
Lane Fahey, the Paladin. How much confidence does a 100-point game give the team going into Sunday and into the rest of the tournament?
The number of points we scored really doesn't have anything to do with it. It gave us confidence that we tried to follow the things that the coaches emphasized to them, and we wanted to play defense without fouling. The first half they shot 6 free throws, so we did a better job of that. We wanted to do a great job on the boards. We wanted to get the basketball into the lane by pass or dribble, and I think we did that and take advantage of our height. So that gives you some confidence. But there's another game on Sunday. Whatever happened today can give you confidence, make you feel good, but you still have to play that second game.
Roy Archansky, WCHL. You have a tougher game Sunday. Are there any negatives of playing a game like this?
You know, Art, I've won close games and then played great the next game, and I've won by big margins and played great. And we've also did both and probably played sorry. My biggest fear was Joel Berry. All of a sudden, you know how sometimes as a coach, when there's a timeout, you have negative thoughts or he's laying there on the floor kind of thing. And it took me back to 2002. We were 1 playing Holy Cross at 16, and we almost lost the game. But Kirk Heinrich sprained his ankle terribly. And weren't able to get him back in the game at all, and so, but he iced it for about 48 hours, and we played Stanford in the second round and played really well. So but that's what I thought of. But Joel came down on the side of the guy's foot, and Doug took him back, and he jogged some back there, and I put him in for 2 or 3 minutes because he wanted to, and we wanted him to get confidence that he was okay. It wasn't that bad. And also, I think the more you move those things around, sometimes they don't balloon up, and so that was the thought of me and Doug, and I guess he talked to maybe the doctors back there when they were back there also. But we got him 3 or 4 more minutes. But again, you guys that have been around a long time, one year they said, isn't it great you're peaking at the right time in the Big 8 or I guess it's Big 12 tournament. By then we won a game like this, and the next day, less than 24 hours later, we got our butts beat. So I don't know if you're peaking, but I'd rather win regardless. Yeah. You know, my guess is it'll stiffen up a little bit, but I feel certain that he'll be able to go. And he said his mama's here so she can clap her hands together like Mr. Miyagi and put her hands on his ankle, and I'm sure it'll make it feel better.
Front.
Coach, Chris Kelly from CarolinaSportsNet.com in Asheville. Down 10-8, you went on a 16-point run and went up. That kind of, you talked about the play, that kind of ignited your play and it stayed consistent.
I think that was probably, I know 2 of them, I shouldn't say I know, I think 2 of them were Justin's threes during that point as well, and the other 2 were layups inside. But no, I think I did look at the score one time during the first half. I was just concerned about how we were playing, and I saw it at halftime when it was 25, I think. But no, that big run was good for us. But you know, we're bigger, and you got to take advantage of that. And I think we did get the ball inside to. I think Kennedy and Isaiah both were really effective for us in the first half, and I like the fact we had 9 guys play at least 15 minutes, I think is what somebody said.
Coach Vashti Hurd with Carolina Blitz. Arkansas is a team that
really plays an up-tempo game like you guys. What are some of the keys to Sunday?
Well, we've got to attack them back. I think, they do want to speed you up. We want to play at that pace ourselves. We want them to go fast. We want to go fast, but we got to take care of the basketball. They're very aggressive. They play very hard on the defensive end of the floor, so we got to make sure that we don't turn the ball over. I'm always yelling at my guys, attack, 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 and then I pause and they give me the last two words. That's under control. And so we got to make sure that we attack those guys under control. Mike's done a great job with his club. I watched 3 or 4 minutes of their game against Kentucky in their tournament, but I haven't seen very much of them until then. But I know Mike, he worked with Coach Richardson a long time and believes in that style of play. And Nolan and Mike with those teams that had Arkansas, they did it about as good as anybody's ever done it.
In the back on the right.
Tom Welburn, WVFT Television in Sanford. Roy, obviously you did a lot of things well, but if there was maybe one thing that you were particularly pleased with today, what would that be?
Well, I think I'd have to say two things. One, for Justin to see the ball go in the basket. I mean, he did. He just put too much pressure on himself and tried to do too much possibly, but you love that. You like a guy that tries to step up, but I'd say that would be the biggest thing. But then the other thing is we did try to make sure that we stayed down on the shot fakes, tried to slide our feet and play defense without fouling, and, they shot 16 free throws. The last 2 times we played Duke, they shot 72 free throws in 2 games, and we can't do that and be a good team.
Front.
Dick Cox with Cox Sports Broadcasting. Coach, talk about a game like today where you got a chance to get a lot of young kids, maybe their first tournament experience, where you may need them down the road.
Well, I think we like to play 8, 9, 10 guys and feel that we need all those guys. I was not going to play Brandon Robinson. He threw up twice before the game, but it got to that point, and I thought it might help him a little bit to get out as long as he didn't throw up on the quarter on me. I thought it'd be all right. But he got hit in the stomach, and that just accelerated a little bit of some pain for him, so we took him out. But I do think it's good to get a lot of guys in the game because I play a lot of guys, and they're going to be important to us.
Front left.
Coach Cecil Hurt from the Tuscaloosa News. The rebounding's 54-27. Is that just a function of being bigger, but is it also an effort that you like to see on the boards?
Well, there's no question we're gifted with more size than they had, but I do think it was one of the 3 things we put up on the board that we wanted to emphasize. I mean, I like trying to get as many offensive rebounds as we can. I always say that the game of basketball is really simple. You get the ball, and then I get the ball. You get the ball, and then I get the ball. The only way for me to get more opportunities is to get some offensive rebounds and not let you get some offensive rebounds. So I do think that's important to us, and we emphasize it every year I've ever coached.